I have this voice that tells me I'm a horrible person whenever something good happens to me. It's not a psychotic voice. So it's not like the voices I actually hear on a regular basis. But it's almost audible and so clear when it happens. And it's predictable. In other words, I know when it's going to pop up, when it's going to talk, when it's going to tell me I suck and that I don't deserve the good things that happen to me. But I don't know how to stop it from showing up or lessening it happening, which is not fun, not at all. And the thing is, it can be quiet. There are times when I don't hear it as much. It's quiet when nothing good is happening. It's quiet when life is crap and I'm having a bad day. It's quiet when I'm engaging in bad behaviors, if you get my drift. You know, the stuff I struggle with. It's nice and peaceful then. But when good things happen, when I dare to have fun, when my life is going great, it's you're a horrible person or you don't deserve this. It tells me I don't deserve good things over and over and over again. And the thing is, you can say, Kit, just ignore it because you know it's not true. But it's so loud when it happens. So even if I know it's a lie, I still have a hard time not believing it in the moment. I actually have a hard time ignoring it at all. I honestly do. And this has been going on for a very long time. I mean, if someone was telling you that you're a horrible person every single time something good happened to you, you really wouldn't be able to ignore it either. Unless you're like better than me in that sense, which is totally possible. And if that's the case, go you. But me personally, I can't ignore it. So it still has an effect even if I know it's a lie. And this voice has caused me to do some not so great things in the past. And because of those things, I call this voice Ed. And Ed is one of my least favorite things about my brain. It's like he tries to reel me in when things get too good. Like I'm flying too close to the sun or something. You know, if life happens to go smoothly for once. But I will say, I don't just roll over all the time. I do fight back against Ed. I've told Ed to frack off. I've told him to go frack himself. I have yelled at Ed in the privacy of my apartment and screamed at him in my car. Because sometimes it's really nice to just have it out with the crap in your head. And I am working on this in therapy, I can assure you of that. And Ed has gotten quieter over time. You know, the more I've recovered from bad behaviors. But he's kind of plateaued in recent months, which is good and bad. He's not getting worse, meaning that right now he's not the loudest he's ever been, but it's still bad he isn't getting better. And the thing is, I still want positive things to happen to me. Ed's existence and his screaming doesn't make me not want good things, but he has made me prepare for the fallout of having good things. Like, for example, you know how crappy it is to end a gaming session with a really close friend and then the second you log off, you hear a voice in your head that goes, "Oh, you're a horrible person, you know that?" It's so frustrating. And the thing is, back in the day, I used to truly believe Ed. There was a world in which I did think that I was a horrible person. Because that's what Ed told me day after day, week after week, and month after month. I didn't know not to believe Ed. Ed was me. And it was to my detriment. But I'm getting better. I can promise you that. Getting better all the time. And maybe this video is just me wanting to talk about Ed and what Ed has done. Talk about how Ed is a piece of crap. And by me making this video and posting it for thousands to see, maybe that's me fighting back against Ed a little bit more than usual. So thanks for helping me by listening to this video. But maybe I still dread the aftermath of good things happening. Because I feel that no matter what I do, that there will always probably be some level of an aftermath. But I still think the good things in my life are worth the screaming of Ed in my head. So I take the risk and keep living life to its fullest. And do my best to drown out the yelling of the monster that plagues my psyche. I sure wish my antipsychotics affected Ed. But Ed isn't psychosis. So in this case, he's the Kitzo, not the Schizo. And I don't know if any of you have an Ed of your own, but if you do, let's talk about it. Maybe we can fight back together. And maybe I can get some tips for dealing with my own Ed. Thanks so much for coming to my Ed Talk. YouTube really seems to think that you'd like this video right over here, so go click on that if you want more content. But other than that, thanks so much for joining me in making the uncomfortable comfortable. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.